Welcome to another episode of Cynically Acute. We are your hosts. I'm Tylon Monger.
And I'm Lamon, greatest podcast in the world, man. What's up with it?
You know what I'm saying? I was late. I get a lot of, comments saying that I'm not black enough, so I decided to be late today.
I got cornrows instead of a head wrap to commemorate Black History Month.
I mean, we become more and more niggas day by day.
Yep, Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
P. Diddy does need a new lawyer.
P didn't need a team of lawyers. I feel like you should never have one lawyer. I feel like a firm, when you rich, a firm should work on your foolishness. Although I want him to get arrested. I like celebrities getting locked up.
You know, I do too.
I did a little dance while R. Kelly went to jail. I was like, rich ass nigga, I'm a hater.
I feel like when Jay-Z was getting those allegations, a part of me was like, yeah. Just because I want to see the whole machine topple over.
I was mad when they let Bill Cosby out. They was like, what do you want him to do, die in jail? Hell yeah.
They be letting all these niggas out on mistrials. They be letting all these niggas out of Sepu Shiesty.
But that's what I think is our job as the younger generation to topple the old establishment of Hollywood and build new celebrities from scratch. I love them from scratch celebrity. Chappell Rowan, what's the little plain bitch name? Chappell Rowan,
Sabrina Carpenter, Benson Boone.
fake Cameron Diaz ass bitches. I love them. It's Disney kids out here now. I just followed a group called Ruby and the Stars. And it's like, they like the Naked Brothers band, but they white girls. It's like four of them, 12, 13 years old, singing Disney camp rock ass music. Yeah. I was like, is we back to this? Good for America.
You talking about the blue-eyed bitches that be in the garage?
Yeah.
The hard times. And now I rock with them.
There's some dudes doing it too. They're a boy band. I'm Tanner, I'm Josh, and we are.
I like that white people are going back to their roots and they've decided to stop rapping. Except for Billie Eilish, she's still dressing like
I don't know what Billie Eilish
DMX. She's still dressed like me.
The only black music groups are just Koreans.
Yeah, the K-pop groups.
Them niggas just stealing 80s R&B swag.
Well, you know, Wanye got the R&B group. Wanye's son got the R&B group now.
It's all right. I feel
Ain't
like
that all Wanye's sons?
No. Okay. I think two of them are. But they all right. They could have done better.
They could have. Damn.
You already got, like, did you ever watch that show Growing Up Hip Hop?
Yes.
And it's just a bunch of untalented ass kids of stars. And I was like, y'all could have did something else. Y'all could
have went and got y'all CDL. Y'all didn't have to do this.
Fat Joe's son, like, what you mean I need to give up rap? His dad like, nigga, give up rap. You already rich. You ain't got to make it out the hood.
Shout out Diggy Simmons. Diggy Simmons broke a curse. He was on the little show, Grownish.
Oh, Diggy Simmons was on Grownish?
Niggas didn't even watch Grownish.
No, I didn't care for it. It was just Dear White People. And I already saw Dear White People.
It wasn't Dear White People.
That's exactly what it was. Without a good storyline.
What you mean?
Dear White People had an amazing storyline, whereas Grownish was just...
Dear White People was about a girl who started a radio station at a Ivy League college addressing white people.
Like I said, it was the same type of jokes, the same type of relationship setups. I've already seen it. But I appreciate the dude that wrote Blackish, Grownish, Mixish, and all that for getting his bread.
Mm-hmm. Kenya Barris.
Exactly. He's the white version of 50 Cent, and just making spinoffs of his...
He's black.
I know, I'm saying he's the white version of 50 Cent. I know the nigga.
So because they're in college, they're making the white version?
No, it's just the way that they act. They're all persnickety. He made a show about himself doing the same thing. He did. And I was just like, okay, that's fair.
What problem do we have with black people not being outwardly ratchet?
I don't have a problem with it. I think you need both.
But we labeled it as white. Because
I labeled him as white because of how he act. He act like Larry David. If you go watch his show, he wrote it just like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Shout out Grownish. Grownish was cool. I just didn't like that they was telling the story from Zoe's perspective, the little bougie light-skinned girl.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that show really died in the water like that. Because it had a lot of people on there. It had Lil Yachty, Drewski.
Oh, Drewski was on Grownish?
No, okay. Let's get to talking about nigga shit.
Okay. we lose him.
You heard about Neo and his girlfriends?
Yeah, that shit wild. Mm-hmm. That shit wild. That's the Nick Cannon effect.
He got like 6 girlfriends. How you feel about that?
I think he got 3.
I
seen him with 3 bitches. Mm-hmm. But if you see 3, that means it's 3 more. So I'll accept.
How many bitches is too many bitches?
For a rich nigga like Neo? Probably 9.
9 is too many bitches.
9 full-time bitches. I feel like most of the rich people I know in the entertainment industry, they'll jump around like they'll call a bitch every 4 months. That's not a bitch. That's just fast food type shit. Mm-hmm. But to entertain 9 bitches consistently, that's crazy.
How do you explain to your kids if you're in Neo's in a co-parenting situation with another woman, and his baby mother doesn't like the fact that he's bringing his girlfriends around the kids and letting his kids know that, hey, these are my girlfriends.
It's a show on not Discovery. It's a show on Discovery Plus. It's a TLC show called Seeking Sister Wife, where dudes go out and try to find second and third wives. And one, it was a older white man, Spanish woman, and his kids were like teenage angsty white kids. It was like, I think his lifestyle is disgusting. I hate it. He should just be fucking normal. And I'm just like, cold world, cold world. Your child call you disgusting.
I don't know how I feel about polyamory.
It's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it.
We talked about this in one episode. Here's my thing with Neo, right? All right, boom. So you have a woman, and then you and that woman find a third, and then now that third finds another woman. Now we have it's just like the infinite nigga glitch. One nigga bring two niggas, three niggas bring four, four niggas bring five niggas, and five niggas bring more. So you end up in that same situation. Where does it end?
I mean, like I said, as long as tradition.
What happened to just getting a wife and cheating on her like a regular, true bred American?
Black men don't cheat.
Black men cheat if I got something to do with it.
Black men don't cheat. This is why it's hard to hang out with you, nigga, because you publicize this foolishness.
I'm bringing back traditional values.
Black men don't cheat. The problem here's what I say is the issue. The issue is exactly how it starts. Also, I reserve my judgment based on how genuine I think you are. I feel like Neo is doing this because Neo is an amazing artist. He's an amazing writing talent. He's an amazing producer, all this. But don't nobody really give a fuck about Neo. And I say that
with respect.
Don't nobody
Respectfully, don't nobody give a fuck about Neo.
Don't nobody give a fuck about Neo. I feel like he using these hoes for clout, and that's it. I'll never forget. I saw a post. A woman said, "I saw Neo was on the same flight as me in Atlanta, and when I noticed it was him, he whispered, 'Don't scream, nigga. Why?'" Somebody said he should have been screaming for being on the same flight as you. I don't give a fuck about Neo. That nigga think he T.I. That's why you gotta have something to bolster yourself. Just like Nick Cannon had a bunch of kids to dispel gay rumors.
So you feel like his attempts at polyamory are based off the fact that he's normal, and so he's trying to supplement that with having a bunch of bitches. We was talking about this the other day, the power of PR in which to increase relevancy and increase people talking about you. We didn't hear shit about Neo before. Like, we hadn't heard shit about Neo for several months and years between him forcing his ex-wife to get her tubes tied, not forcing, but coercing the bitch and getting her tubes tied, and then showing up with 3 bitches to the Grammys. Between that, there wasn't no Neo news. Same thing with Kanye West, just going to buy a new white bitch to seem like he abused him. He's like, bitch, I'm gonna get you this money, but you gotta do what I say. That's Do we need Neo news? He wrote for a lot of people. Is that bag running out? It can't be running out if he got this many women.
The bag isn't running out, but Neo has always wanted to be a top tier star. That has always been his thing. He did those things for money. Neo's always wanted to be that nigga. You can see in any video or song he released, he go 100% on a Neo song, a Neo video, a Neo concert. Neo really thought he was gonna be Chris Brown.
Couldn't have thought that.
Because he's talented.
He can't even he can dance.
No, not Chris Brown dance. Chris Brown dance like a crackhead. Like it takes specific.
Neo dance like the Temptations at best.
Exactly. Neo thought he was either gonna be Chris Brown or he was gonna be Usher, and he was neither one of those niggas. We were like, shut up, bald ass nigga. I feel like Neo. I sympathize with that because I have main character energy. I just don't got the correct composition of lifestyle to be the main character. What was Neo's answer? I'm getting older now. I'm still writing, but nigga, I need to show niggas what time it is. I'm gonna go get 3 bitches. I'll pop out with 3 bitches. D-Ray, who was it? D-Ray Davis had like two girlfriends or some shit.
Okay, all right.
The rapper in Atlanta who was walking with the white bitches on leashes. Somebody catch you with a few hoes, you gonna be in the news.
Would you have multiple wives?
Nah, not now.
If you weren't married, would you entertain having multiple girlfriends or wives?
Probably, but that's only because I always had low self-esteem and shit. So all a woman had to do was say she liked my shirt, and I'm like, I'm gonna be with this bitch forever. I was down for anything. Before me and my wife got together, I probably like when I was like 22, in college. It was a chick who wanted to have a bunch of husbands.
Mm-hmm.
And I was down with that. I was just like, shit, I'll just be the Sunday husband. I ain't got to deal with the bitch all the time. I'm cool with that. Yeah. Who else over there? Mike? Steve?
No, this is what you're talking about. That isn't having multiple girlfriends. That's just called being a side nigga.
No, I was talking about, I've been offered both.
Okay.
And both of them, I was just like, yeah, that's cool or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was always going with the flow. Now, realistically, hell no, I couldn't have cared about more than one woman at one time because that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Any nigga that say they can care about all the bitches, they lying. Mm-hmm. God gave us just enough heart for one woman.
You know, just for the spirit of the podcast being interesting, I want to put in some mess.
Okay.
I want to be messy right now.
Okay.
I feel like the only way I could be in a polyamorous relationship is... No, I can't even do that.
I thought you was going to say one of them got to be fat.
One of these bitches gotta hate herself.
Okay.
One of these bitches gotta have no self-worth.
You gotta have variety. What I like coming home to clones. Bitches, all you bitches looking like I need one tall bitch, a midget, and a fat girl. I need a cabinet of curiosities if I'm gonna come home.
See, that's too difficult because even having one bitch is too much. You know what I'm really sick of? I'm sick of how we keep moving the goalposts of everything it takes to be a good nigga. 50 years from now, it's gonna be some stupid bitches in a retirement home talking about, yeah, me and Damien could have been something one day, but I found out he was liking bitches' stories on Instagram.
I'm gonna say this. And this is, I've always maintained this. The level of expectation that people have for one another these days is not conducive to a long-lasting type of love, like our grandparents, great-grandparents had. Women say, a nigga got to do this, a nigga got to do that. Same thing with men. Oh, I need my bitch to do this. Y'all both needing something from somebody. You're both expecting something. You don't have time to care about them.
Right.
Because the minute they don't do what it is you want them to do, now you're disappointed in them. Right. Now you want to leave. Now you want to cheat. All this blah blah blah. Damn. You got to keep it very cut and very dry. Now, traditionally, to be a good nigga, you gotta be a good slave. You gotta take care of your family, by any means necessary until you die. And then that's
Man, and
straight like that.
And the only way that I can even justify being like in a relationship, honestly, is just because of my relationship with God. Just because of the idea I have in my life about, building a family.
A man with a family is a man of God.
You know what I mean? But then the slope gets slippery.
A nigga say he's a man of God and he's single. Fuck wrong with you?
Them Old Testament brothers was concubined up. Them brothers was impregnating 8, 4, 19 women.
Yeah, but you also had to think niggas had farms back then. You needed a son to be a shepherd, a son to fetch water. Nigga had 16 wives, 5 of them just be weaving blankets and shit. It was a reason behind that. Like I said, it's too much now.
I feel like at a certain point, as we get closer to the apocalypse, women need to lower their standards. And I can understand polyamorous relationships. In that sense.
I understand black polyamory. I work around white people and they just get real dusty. Mm-hmm. And then undesirables just start linking up. Mm-hmm. Like 3 musty people with pink hair just cohabitate. This is my partner David. That's my partner Raj. I'm just like, y'all all stinking.
That's what every dive bar in America thrives off of.
On God, attractive black people create polyamory. Every time I see polyamorous black people, they all look good.
I've never seen a good-looking polyamorous relationship. Even Neo and his coterie hoes.
The bitches look better than Neo. But Neo when it got.
It don't take a lot to look better than Neo.
He just gotta have hair.
Yeah. You look like a stepdaddy.
I'm talking about, I run in hippie-ass communities. So when I see polyamorous relationship, the nigga be having dreads down to his waist. Mm-hmm. All the bitches be covered in rhinestones and quartz. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah.
Also, my thing with polyamory is because I do believe that you need to curb your lust. I feel that a lot of the times polyamory is just so you can have sex with a bunch of women. You can have access to a bunch of women, which is cool. Because every brother out there got some untouched, you know what I'm saying? Every brother out there is holding back the amount of lust and adoration he would want to receive from women.
You say he would want to receive?
Every real nigga done dated a woman who got fine friends. And then you not cool with the woman, but you still see the friends. You ever heard that Drake song?
No, I haven't heard that Drake
I
song.
get along better with your friend. I don't want to say too much,
Oh no, I ain't heard that.
but I am trying to get off though. For the sake of
I grew up on
content.
90s television. 9 times out of 10, I don't like her motherfucking friends. Like my white friends, I be like, shut the fuck
Man,
up, Gina.
Martin loved Pam. Martin wanted to take down Pam. He had a dream about it.
My white friends, I be like, shut up. Where your man at? Where your man at Rochelle? I'm
Your wife ain't got no fine friends.
I don't know what the bitches look like.
I don't know what the bitches look like. I don't know. They just silhouettes of hoes. I don't know. This empty voids of bitch.
Ain't nobody fine but my wife, man.
Ain't nobody fine but my wife. Foolishness. See, now I gotta be ignorant.
Bitch,
Now I gotta talk about my girlfriend's fine ass friends.
Bitch, brush my shoulder. I'm a head, but the bitch, what you touching me for? Don't you know I'm in love? Don't you know I belong to somebody, bitch?
Man, fuck out of here, bro, with all that wholesome shit.
That's the type of R&B music I was writing. Don't touch me, bitch. I belong to somebody.
No, but I do feel like, it's fuck polyamory. What else is going on?
Let me see. Niggas is arguing about.
Did we do the full LA update? We've been all over the place on this podcast.
I didn't talk about that.
See, the thing about this podcast is we're gonna get some good clips.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some viral clips. I really hate that that viral clip of me and Jan Blossoms, How to Upset a White Woman is the title of the video. I hate that I had that viral clip from there and Jan was like, oh, the comments were being mean to me. Well, like, the comments weren't being mean to you. All they were saying is that you probably got racist grandparents.
And this shit not real.
All they said was you probably like dogs better than you like. For context, for those of you who don't know, Jenna
Whiteside.
Jenna Whiteside. That's her name. She's a local comedian, and we did a podcast to promote a show, and I was going on a rant. Mind you, the rant was connected to something else. I was just being funny. I was talking about when I went to St. Lucia, and they treat the dogs like homeless peoples. Like it's just a bunch of dogs roaming the streets.
Which is funny.
Food at them, and nobody's petting them. Nobody's putting them on leashes. Nobody's putting sweaters on the motherfuckers. They treating dogs like they should, and which are dogs.
Like I said, which is funny.
And I made a broader point about how white people, about how I wonder if after we got integration, how long did it take to find out that white people had been letting dogs in the kitchen the whole time? Funny joke. Here comes Jana. Oh, I just don't like being made to be the evil white woman. And so now, you know what I'm saying?
My granddad said when he was, because my granddad's 68, he said white people really didn't used to give a fuck about animals that weren't farm animals. He said after they started letting niggas free, they just wanted to own something to have it in the house again. Mm-hmm. So that was his explanation. He was like, they didn't have niggas no more. Go on and get a dog. Niggas just like being in control.
That's actually funny as fuck.
He's not my possession. He's my family. Let me tell you something, bitch.
it's like...
But she's not outside. She doesn't know that the internet is mean. I know for a fact that I get roasted on Instagram because they're mean. Mm-hmm. TikTok is hit or miss. Yeah. And then Facebook is ratchet where most of the people that know me are. So my Facebook comments will be better. But she doesn't know that because she ain't outside.
Right.
How many times you been called a coon? How many times
have I been called a coon? Uncle Tom? Niggas called me a tether. That's the new shit.
Niggas said I had a shower curtain on top of my head. They said I'm a stupid Dr. Umar nigga that didn't graduate high school. Yeah. Niggas called me a Hebrew Israelite. The internet is mean. We all know this. Get out here.
Like, I really, I don't know. I bring that up just to talk about, we are comedians. We are doing the thing, you know what I'm saying? We got the roast of Tylon coming up.
On all platforms, streaming on all platforms.
We shouting all this out on the High Water Comedy brand so that Mr. High Water in the future gives us millions of dollars.
Definitely. So
he remembers us and he's like, oh yeah, I remember those young blacks help the brother out when he's a billionaire and he's
man, hell nah, fuck when he already a billionaire. Like I said, we got in on the ground floor. Mm-hmm. By the time Josh become Craig Brewer, I'm starring in the first movie. Fucking say, I'll kill your lead if you don't book me.
Mm-hmm. Rob that nigga.
But like Tylon said, I went to LA. I went to do the first impressions at the Laugh Factory. That has any stand-up comedian can tell you this is an extremely long waiting list just to go stand on the stage and do 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. I signed up in 2021. My chance came up in 2025. And in true comedy fashion, I spent money that I did not have, took time off work that I should not have, to go do 3 minutes at the Laugh Factory, and it was worth every motherfucking penny. It was worth all the stress, flights getting canceled, danger in LA in a place that I haven't been, and it was worth it. I had an amazing time.
How much money did you give to homeless people?
Huh?
How much money did you give to homeless people?
LA homeless person got more money than me. Fuck them. LA bum? Hell no, gluten-free ass bum. Don't touch me. Nigga, it's $2 tacos out here. Ain't no way you struggling. Get the fuck off. You just like at a house. You're not real homeless.
So when tell me about like your experience at the Laugh Factory, like walking in, getting to the green room. Like, how was that?
Okay, number one, it was extremely hard to find parking. So I got there slightly late because they was just like, make sure you're here by I think 6:30 or something like that. So 6:35, 6:40, I'm automatically nervous. Me and my aunt pulling up because my aunt took care of me. Shout out to my aunt Blossom. We pull up. I get out the car, she go find parking. And I was just like, hey, I'm here to do first impression. Like I said, nigga 10 minutes late. I'm like, oh God, they're not gonna let me up. This was all for nothing. I got that type of shit. So she was like, oh, there go the bookers and the organizers right there. Two very nice young ladies. I shake their hands. They're like, hey, you guys are gonna go up first. You're second. There's gonna be 3 of you. Get some food. You can sit down. There's a balcony where all the comedians are gonna be chilling upstairs. Boom. I said, okay, I'll go up there after I'm waiting on everybody. My aunt comes in right as the show actually starts. I go second, which is right shortly after B.T. Kingsley showed up, which is like the host of Chocolate Sunday. So he was just like, yeah, y'all do good on first impressions. He in the back hyping himself up to do Chocolate Sundays. The host of our show was really funny. I confused him for somebody else.
Yeah.
I was like, I just racially profiled this nigga for another light-skinned Spanish-ass nigga. So I went up, killed it. All 3 of us did great because nigga not finna waste their time. I didn't expect anybody to bomb. Like you came to LA, you finna do it. So we all go up, did great. Siamese was there, which is part of new Bob Sumner's new Def Jam thing.
Siamese,
she hosts a show in New Orleans, the Negligee Comedy Show.
Okay.
But she's famous on social media for making crazy statements in the car. We're like, this bacon back bitch. She got glasses, real dark skin. She's nice. She's a nice lady. She was there. I went upstairs, watched everybody else's set. Like I said, I had a good time. Plus, I got the feature. Shout out to my boy, Anthony Hill. He got me some time on a completely random show, and I got to do 10, 15 minutes. And a chick who just did a Hulu show was there, and she just hosted for she just hosted one of the red carpets for the BET Awards.
What's her name? You don't remember?
Not Paris Sachet, Paris Nicole.
Paris Nicole.
Paris Nicole.
Shout out Paris Nicole.
Shout out Paris Nicole. There was somebody else there, and I don't remember anybody's names, which is fair because nobody remember my name.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one of my flaws.
The nigga in the hair wrap. You didn't even wear the hair wrap, did you?
No, I wore a hair wrap the whole time. Both shows I wore a hair wrap.
Okay.
Cause you got to see me as me. But it was great. They said that they was gonna have a week, wait a week to see if I was gonna get to come back. It got to 8 days, and I told you, man, they didn't like the shit, man. I text Tylon like, bro, they weren't fucking with it, man. It's been 8 days, and then boom, got the alley-oop to come back in 2027. So catch me at the Laugh Factory again in 2027 for my graduate spot.
And they might shorten that.
Yeah,
Like they shortened
the first one. If it could be next year, that would be great.
And then you do your graduate spot next year. You know what I mean? Then you just get your regular Chocolate Sunday spot.
That'll be worth all the years of comedy work that I've been doing.
And then we can be famous.
Hopefully. I'm trying to get Dry Bar before that. My goal this year is to have a Dry Bar special by the end of the year.
Dry Bar special. Then you move to Nashville.
See, but the way Dry Bar does is you film it, they might not release it until a year later. So that's another one. Comedy is a long ass game. Like I said, it's a 10-year journey on this shit. But we didn't talk about me doing crazy shit. Let's talk about this nigga Tylon Monger that moved to Nashville, and within 3 months, doing the main room with Zanies are getting used in ads.
Yo, really. Here's the thing about that shit, and it's something that I noticed. A lot of comedy clubs, and maybe I'm coming from a position of privilege because either I have an Instagram following or I meet a certain archetype or whatever the fuck.
It's a combination of both.
Comedy, at any comedy club, they just need someone on stage. They just need someone on stage that's gonna make them laugh. And that's it. When I first got there, like a lot of people would talk about, oh yeah, I don't like going over there because they only book me like 3 times a year, or I don't like going over there because it's competitive, it's toxic, I don't like blah, 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 blah. But for me, being in Nashville and being at Zanies is a dream come true. Not even in the sense of I feel like, not a dream come true in a sense of, oh, I feel like they're gonna make me famous, I feel like they're gonna make me rich. But just the simple fact that on any given day, they have 2 rooms that are programmed constantly. So say for instance, on a random Saturday, there'll be 4 shows at the lab, fucking 3 shows at the big room at Zany's, and you have a 125, 150 capacity in the lab, and you got 300 in the main room at Zany's, and you just shoot back into those rooms and do comedy, nigga.
Where people are prepared to laugh, where our audience is trained to laugh. Comedy lives at comedy clubs.
And they even got the yonder bags, my nigga. Like, no one's on their phones. They got the bags that you lock your phone in, and then you...
Nigga,
and you
they got the yonder bags.
Yes.
Jesus.
Like, they have the whole shit.
See, I didn't know that.
It's a dream come true.
I like that.
Like, it's the
That's a trained audience. They know they got to put their phone up and they got to pay attention. That's beautiful.
I feel like when
niggas be going live too.
Yeah, I feel like when the audience members walk into a room and you give them a yonder bag, I feel like there's a certain part of them that feels relieved because you don't have a lot of times where you're not going to be on your phone. So like, not only are you on a date or you're with a group of friends, and you can lock your phone away, but all of you can enjoy something at the same exact time, and everybody can experience it better. So it makes the laughs better, it makes the experience better.
80% of people feel that way.
And and you know me, gotta get this content out, so I gotta get a
Where was
little.
we at the lab? I don't think I used a yonder bag, or maybe it's because I wasn't a regular person.
That was just the open mic.
Okay, yeah.
That
So
was just, they got the yonder bags for the open mics, but the yonder bags are really for the regular people.
Yeah.
Like the dope shit is when they know who you are. You can just be like, I'm a comedian, you know what I'm saying, woo, and you can just go sit in the back. You know, sit in the back or go sit in the balcony in the main room.
because the little receptionist girl was just like, "Are you a comedian?" I was just like, "Yeah." She was like, "Okay, cool, go right in." I was like, "All right, baby."
And I only be trying to be one of them niggas that be like just standing in the green room or whatever, because I don't want to get on nobody's nerves and I don't want to overstep. You feel me? Like I'd rather someone be like, "Hey, come into the green room." You know what I mean?
You know my trick for that?
What?
I start an interesting conversation in a populated place. So be like, come here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but that's what it is. Comedy lives at comedy clubs. Any great comedian will tell you that. You can get funny, you can do this, that, the third, but you will become a real comedian.
Know what I'm saying? I feel rejuvenated. Got to go to the Hot Tone yesterday and watching niggas bomb, watching niggas be not funny. I love this shit.
You done seen niggas bomb in Nashville.
I want to shoot that shit in my veins.
You done seen niggas bomb in Nashville.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hate to say it, but the Nashville comedians might be funnier than Memphis comedians.
You got me fucked up personally. you got me fucked up personally.
And I don't feel that it has anything to do with merit. I feel like it has everything to do with...
It's activity.
Not activity. The stakes are high. Here, how many people did you see yesterday on the biggest weekly stage in Memphis? How many people did you see go up and like not really give a fuck?
I told you, people don't care.
But that's what I'm saying. The stakes aren't high. You can come to a comedy show in Memphis and be dog shit. You can come to a comedy show in Memphis and be doo-doo. I've done it. I've been boo-boo at multiple showcases back to back, starting out. And I'm gonna keep getting brought out because there's not a lot of us and people don't really take it very seriously.
My thing, like, I understand how people can feel that way. However, I've never felt that way only because the one thing, because the comedians that raised me came up in comedy in like the 80s and the 90s. Mm-hmm. So they came from that era where on a random Tuesday, it's somebody in the crowd watching. Yeah, and people like, oh, there's somebody, and even like regular Midtown comedians, oh, there's nobody important here, there's nobody important here. But what if there was?
That nigga be doo-doo, bro. And that's the thing, you talking about bringing that caravan to Nashville. I don't think it's gonna go how you think it's gonna go.
I trust very few
people.
people.
You know how many people I've heard tell me that Memphis is the hardest place to do comedy, and once you go to Nashville, it's easy just because they're there to laugh?
That makes a difference, but there's not a lot of people I would take with me.
The people you told me you would take with you are not certified hitters.
No, barely anybody's a certified hitter. If that was the case, I only trust myself.
You know what I'm saying, though?
If that's the case, I'll sell a kidney, buy a new car, and go by myself. Who buying left testicles in this motherfucker?
That's what I'm saying.
That nigga, I don't trust nobody to be a guaranteed hitter but me. You my nigga, I love you. I don't trust you to be no guaranteed hitter.
But that's the thing. I feel like being in Nashville just gives me so much more of an appreciation for the art craft itself because you're around people who have to give a fuck.
Yes.
Who have to be, even, because it's not like they're just so much funnier than people from Memphis. It's just that they're doing it. They're doing the
They
thing.
outside.
Like, don't nobody want to see you ironically get on stage, bro.
And you got to think about it like this. They're outside consistently, so they have to keep this up. The only people that's outside in Memphis, I'm talking about the niggas that you see outside popping shit, are the slaw niggas. All the cold people in Memphis either barely do comedy,
And I see why.
or they travel around and do comedy.
I used to always be like, oh, why don't they ever come to the open mics? They don't care about comedy. Now,
no, it's depressing.
Now I get it. I wouldn't do it either.
Nah, but I would. It's my duty to show up and create an atmosphere that makes people want to be better. And I fall off sometimes. Like I haven't did an open mic in 2 weeks before you said you would slide to the high tone. But I was just like, see, this is what we here for.
Yeah, I'm finna leave for Nashville right after you're done recording this. You know, sometimes you got to come back to the city to understand to stay out of the city. When I drove back this weekend, I was applying for some places in Memphis, thinking about moving back. Took me a couple of days, you know what I'm saying, and going to LC's. Stay on the lookout for the comedy show we doing at Lewis Connolly's.
Lewis Connolly's Fun Time and Friendship, March 16th.
I thought it was
Cynically
18th.
Acute, High Water.
I thought it was 18th.
16th.
Is that 16th? Josh, where's the white man?
Josh,
Is the Lewis Connolly shows on the 16th or the 18th? Like, he pulling up the calendar right now.
told you, I'm a
16th.
professional, man.
Sunday.
I do this.
Ooh, a Sunday? We finna stomp on Tony's trophy room?
Tony's Trophy Room doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Damn.
Showcase, right?
Huh?
They still doing a showcase, right?
What is it, every
I thought-
2 months?
I thought it once a month.
Yeah, I think it is once a month. Maybe February already had theirs.
Let me tell you, I love stomping on a nigga. We need more mess on this podcast of mine. I don't know what I don't like this new vibe you got. The first podcast we did, you had a Dashik in the hair wrap. Now you being hella normal. You got fresh braids. You got a collared shirt.
I'm trying to get
This
rich.
nigga got on khakis and loafers.
I'm trying to get rich.
This nigga got on matcher socks.
I'm trying. These socks do match my khakis. I'm trying to get rich because I'm tired of working a regular job. Keep it real.
No, bro, we need mess.
Nah,
now I gotta come up here and do my misogyny and race baiting. Hold on, let me get my clips out right quick.
You gotta be a hater.
Women shouldn't own land.
What type of land? I got a problem with them owning waterfront land. I get tired of seeing a bitch take pictures next to her lake.
That's funny as hell.
Instagram, I hate Instagram. These fake earthy bitches, I hate it. It's a bitch that cook food over fires. I'm sick of that bitch. Every time I see her, she got like pumpkins and gourds in the fire, fish hanging on wood. Bitch, shut up. It's just cool for rich white people to pretend to be cave people now. Everybody want to be a fucking villager in a cottage. I hate that shit.
Bespoke.
This nigga's bespoke post. Bitch making what is the other thing? What's the you bitches obsessed with sourdough bread? White bitches done decide that they okay being single. They want to bake sourdough. I'm sick of y'all asses.
And make sure y'all say in the comments who y'all want to be a guest on this show.
If you have any guests that y'all want to suggest, somebody that you're a fan of, somebody who you feel like deserves a platform to speak, somebody who goes well with our particular brand of ignorance, suggest them as a guest. Also, we are looking for sponsors. If you are a business or you are about to launch a business, we do take sponsorships, especially if it's liquor related. Because can't nobody smell me through here. I got an offer for like some niggas to Africa Oils. And I was just like, well, they can't smell me through the screen. Nigga, I could be lying. I can't. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I forgot the chat. Like, share, and subscribe. That's what the young people.
See, now I got to do ketamine or some shit.
The last time I was single, I had put in an application.
We need a spark.
I put an application to join the Peace Corps. I was gonna go dig wells in Nicaragua. That's the dumb shit I do when I ain't got a woman around.
Bro, all we got to do is just take this trip to Nashville tonight, shoot to Atlanta tomorrow,
Jesus.
stay in Atlanta for like a week. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga crazy.
We good, bro.
After bills, I got a hot $45 for gas. That's what I quantify my budget like that.
Bro, all right, so we shoot to Nashville tonight, do the open mic. We shoot to Atlanta tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday?
Tomorrow Thursday.
Tomorrow Thursday. All right, we do some mics on Friday, spend the night, check out the room, you know what I mean? And then do the Saturday shit, drive home that night.
You know what? We'll put a pin in this. This is not for the podcast. As y'all can see, this nigga's dangerous. Women, make sure you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this. Women, you was right about your man's friends. His friends ain't shit. Y'all see what they do? Women friends just be like, that nigga ain't shit. Maybe I'm not shit, Cheryl.
It's fun to be not shit.
That's why.
Unless we getting that clean comedy off.
That's why old niggas do like golf trips and shit.
Cause I can switch it up.
Oh yeah, I can do clean comedy. Like if we go to Nashville tonight, I'm doing a clean set. There's no cursing. I'm still gonna do the toilet paper joke. I'm just gonna do it and put the pilgrim line in there. It's easy. I'm gonna do the Alzheimer's joke. It's gonna be toilet paper Alzheimer's. If I got 3 minutes, let's go. I know how to kill a crowd. I do this. I just don't do this for a living, which is the goal. Considering I got 4 decent shows booked next month, I'm on my way. If I start booking some shit for February, I might be able to not go back to work.
What shows you got in March?
We got March 16th at Lewis Connolly's. I will be at Crosstown Brewery on the 22nd of March. And those are my 3 March shows. But I'm also still thinking about doing Urban Consequences at the end of that.
I got Show and Tell at Zany's on March 5th. And then some other, when is that? Tales of the South at Zany's on March something. Nobody cares. Nobody give a fuck. I really gotta leave. I have a lot of stuff going on, you guys. I don't know if you guys know I'm kind of a big deal. Is this camera on me?
He's kind of a big deal, you guys, which is why I hang out with this nigga. It's not because his personality is shining. I just know the nigga gonna get famous eventually. I need coattails to ride. The rest of you niggas is not on your business.
You know what I mean?
Either that or they too hood. I can't ride the coattails of a hood nigga because people wonder why I'm there.
Yeah, Wild Bill.
Oh, I was gonna say Cowboy Fly. I was a Cowboy Fly in the right spaces. He'll look up on fame. Thankfully, he started wearing bell bottoms, or else I wouldn't have been able to ride his coattails. I'm gonna be the shiesty famous nigga, and I appreciate y'all for doing the real work, so that one day I can have a steady job in Hollywood. But signing off, best podcast in the world. I'm your host Lamon. This is Tylon.
Wait. While we here,
Okay.
we need a clip, so we got to get some mess off. The last clip we had that did real good. I know I was talking about Kevin Samuels.
Oh, you said Kevin Samuels was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to figure out some mess.
That got off. Kat Dennings got off.
Let's see. Oh wait, we didn't talk about P Diddy.
Yeah, we did.
Or we didn't. We talked about in this episode.
Yeah, we said we like it when celebrities go to jail.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a funny clip.
Okay. I think it is funny for your lawyer to quit on you.
Yeah.
I think that is funny, but we do have a clip for that. Did we talk about RFK taking away the
food stamps, the junk food on food stamps?
We ain't talk about that.
I wish we would have said that now that we know that P. Diddy's lawyer is quit on him, that would have been a good sketch. Like P. Diddy's lawyer is a Memphis nigga. Man, I'm done, freak ass nigga.
Man, you's a freaky ass nigga.
Just put the papers in his briefcase. Sick of this slippery motherfucker. I'm gone. That would be funny. Let me see, RFK, Neo. Yeah, we covered all our bases. We did comedy in addition to all
We
that.
talking about the RFK.
Misogyny, polyamory. We this is the everything podcast. I keep telling y'all that. Fuck them podcasts that only talk about one thing.
We had
talk
started
about everything.
We started over and then did this. We didn't talk about RFK.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I know we didn't.
We were talking about like
no, Josh came and had to interrupt us. We had to start over.
I didn't. Ooh, that's a good point. You said what?
I'm gonna throw the white man on the bus every chance I get.
At least for the next 7 days.
Man,
At least the next 2 days.
Next 7 years. I'm in Nashville now. I'm paying too many dues to the white man.
4 I don't know.
You know how many shucks I've jived since I've left?
I
don't think y'all understand how I'm living in Nashville.
I sympathize. I worked in finance. Everything that you're saying, I can already. I shucked the job with the best of them. The company I work for to sell insurance, they insure slaves. That's how old the company was.
Damn.
I have shucked many a jive in my day.
I'm going to start shooting up heroin.
You don't even look like you like needles. You look like a sensitive nigga like that. Like, I do the good drugs. I'm not gonna do no bad ones. When God gave us 2 really dope ones.
Right.
If y'all got the hook up on that peyote, let me know.
On that who?
Peyote.
What is that?
Peyote, a hallucinogenic cactus. I ain't ever had it, but I want it.
Hallucinogenic cactus?
Yeah.
Where do you?
It grows in Mexico, Arizona, places like that. It's illegal to have, but I see people growing on the internet. So if y'all got that peyote hookup, hit me up. I'm trying to add a third to my natural drug list.
How do you even find out about peyote?
By hanging out with niggas that do natural drugs, like ayahuasca niggas. You don't hang out with ayahuasca niggas?
No, I don't hang out with ayahuasca niggas.
Get your money up, nigga. I was like, get your money up, nigga. You ain't never been around nobody who had ayahuasca.
Broke ass nigga.
Niggas cocaine, that ain't gonna transform your life. It's gonna transform your night.
You'll transfer your next 2 hours.
But no, I definitely, like I said, because I smoke weed, I do shrooms, that type of thing. But when it comes to like peyote, I want that. I'm good on ayahuasca. I'm straight on that. It requires me to go to a jungle where I might get bit by a strange mosquito. I'm straight. They can keep that where it's at. Never gonna be that rich.
All right, well, this is the next episode of us trying to make Josh a billionaire. Know what I mean? Shout out High Water Comedy.
Shout out High Water Comedy, the greatest up and coming comedy brand of entertainment in the world. Patreon coming soon.
We're going to look up and people not going to be saying they need a dry bar special. They're going to say they need a High Water special. Know what I mean?
Real nigga activity. That's
Know
what the
what I
fuck
mean?
I'm talking about.
Now I'm finna head to Nashville and go kiss the white man's ass.
As you should. As you should. You want to get rich, don't you?
I want to just zoom in on my face and do the Family Matters. Doom, 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 doom.
I like the sign for real. Like,
We didn't sign off.
We signed off like
we gotta figure out to be more professional.
I'm still out of the box for so long. Farewell.
Just in case, that's how my church used to do it. The Lord should come before we get together again.
That's a good sign-off.
I need you to meet me on the other shore. Do. Said just in case. That song really sad.
Just in case.
Just in case one of y'all niggas die.
That's essentially what it is.
Before we see each other next Sunday at church, I'll meet you in heaven if we both make it there. Look at that. Professional. That nigga did the fade out. We gonna be billionaires.